to the very first episode of The Zone One Piece Trivia. My name is Silvokiji, and I'm about to test your knowledge on different characters in One Piece. Now, each episode is going to talk about one character in the One Piece universe, and in this episode, well, I'll reveal it to that in the next slide. First, I want to say this is brought to you by TheZoneGamingGo, which is an organization I am part of, as well as the YouTube channel, TheZoneGamingGo, Silvokiji&Rohawk, which is on YouTube. Check it out, subscribe to the channel, like some of the stuff on the channel, do a lot of Burning Blood events, a lot of anime arena brawlers, a lot of different anime games, all together in one big package. Next thing, rules. So, in this trivia, there is no cheating. Please don't cheat. You don't want to disgrace yourself. Cannot ask friends for help. Do not do that as well. You can do it together, but, you know, whatever. Questions may involve other characters. Remember that. So if the trivia is about a certain character, remember that certain characters related to that character may also be asked about. And then have fun. So every time we get to the question, after I get done saying the possible answers, this will go off after 10 seconds. When that goes off, that means that you are stopping and the answer will be revealed. I am just messing up my words. Ooh, jeez. Okay. Next slide here is Magellan. That's who we're going to be talking about. Oh, this guy is awesome. This guy was most wanted in One Piece Burning Blood, but sadly, he only made it in One Piece Pirates Warriors 3. Yeah, that really sucks, doesn't it? So, he has 8 questions. His difficulty is easy, so I suspect that everybody's going to pass. The questions were made by myself, and the episodes and chapters that you should have studied was episodes 422 through 425 and 430 through 452. Chapters 525 as well as through 549. All of which involve the Impel down arc, which is the arc that we're going to be talking about and which is Magellan is part of. Okay? Next up here, we're going to be talking about the first question. Now, most of the time people ask about character's first question, oh my goodness, my words. Usually when people ask about a first question revolving around a character, it's about who is he? I don't care about that. What I want to know is what organization is Magellan employed to? And this is a tricky question because I may or may not revealed it earlier on. The possible answers are Hale itself, Impel Down, Cypher Pole, or Marine Headquarters. You have exactly 10 seconds starting now. Think of an answer. I'm really curious exactly what you guys asked for this one since I kind of blew it. But let's see what happens here. Okay, 10 seconds is up. Next slide. If you answered Impel Down, you are correct. Impel Down is an underwater prison located, I believe, in between the Calm Belt, if I'm not mistaken. The Calm Belt is basically kind of like a neutral zone for giant sea monsters, or CBs, what they call them. Can't think of the name right now. But yeah, it's basically in between there. So it's kind of like a not just a prison, but it's also a prison island in a way. It's a government-controlled stronghold and paradise together with Marine headquarters in its lobby. It is the world government's maximum security prison for the most dangerous criminals and pirates. It is also the only prison I can think of in existence that only had just two prison breaks. The next question is Magellan part of the demon race? Now, looking at this little picture right here, I want to give you like a little bit, just kind of observe Magellan's outlook. He has like little horns, he has bat wings, he's freaking huge, and yeah, I'm going to see what you guys say about this. Next up, possible answers, yes or no. You have exactly 10 seconds to actually choose between yes or no if Magellan is actually part of the race. By the way, it already started. 4 seconds remaining. Oh, dang, that was quick. Okay, sorry about that. I think it probably just started early. But if you answered no, you are correct. Despite Magellan looking like the devil, he is actually a perfectly normal human being. He's just a little big, technically 3 times the size of, I think, Boa Hancock, if I'm not mistaken. The horns on his head are basically detachable, and I'm guessing the wings on his back are also detachable as well. He has actually used the horns many times to actually attack his opponents. Now, you see from the little picture here, they're different colors, but that's from an incident that's happening from a long time ago and everything. So, next slide. What is his current title in Impel Down? Now, this is a very interesting question because a lot of people get this wrong. I know it's very sad if you know the answer to this, but the possible answers are, is he the Warden? Is he part of German 66? Is he the Vice Warden? Or is he the head jailer? You have exactly 10 seconds starting now to answer the question. Now, the reason this is a very difficult question is because people don't usually listen to one of the words I use primarily in that sentence. 10 seconds here. Next slide. Correct answer is Vice Warden. If you answered Vice Warden, you are correct. If you answered Warden, you are incorrect. Magellan was in fact the Warden before the 2-year skip, but after the mass breakup caused by Luffy, he was therefore demoted. Another thing, this was also mentioned, is that this was like one of the one and only mass breakout, so it kind of just messed his whole promotion and everything up. Who replaced Magellan as Warden after the 2-year skip? Possible answers: Bone Clay, Hannibal, Sadi-chan, or Sengoku. You start now. Really interesting about these possible answers is that one of them is entirely impossible. But I'm going to let you go ahead and figure it out yourself as we reveal the actual answer to this question. Stopping now. Next up, the correct answer was Hannibal. Hannibal does look a little fat after the 2-year skip. That's because he got really lazy. Now, the explanation is TMI, and that's because it's a lot of information. Now, Hannibal has been trying his best to bring Magellan down into the Vice Warden spot forever, or demote him, just so simply he can become Warden. He's done plenty of things to harm Magellan's actions, as well as one of the big things is that he actually helped the jailbreak. At one point, he actually assisted in the jailbreak. Now, in the end, he did have a little bit of change of heart, but it was a little bit too late. He got destroyed by Luffy. But in the end, Magellan ended up getting demoted anyway, and he became the head jailer. Not head jailer, I'm sorry, the Warden. And when he became the Warden, he kind of adopted the whole Batwing thing that Magellan had. I don't really understand that, but, well, yeah, he eats a lot now. Okay, question number 5. What is Magellan's Delve Fruit ability? Now, as you all know, Delve Fruits are pretty common in this day and era for One Piece, and Magellan was no exception, or he was actually one of the few characters with Delve Fruit ability in this arc. Possible answers are the Doru Doru, the Gomo Gomo, the Pika Pika, and the Doku Doku. You have exactly 10 seconds starting now. Now, if you're wondering what they translate into, you're probably going to have to actually figure out yourself. I know what they translate into, but you do. Now, there's 3 seconds remaining. Actually, I'm joking. 1 second. We're done. Next. Correct answer was Doku Doku. Doku Doku translates into Venom Venom. This fruit allows the user to produce different levels of poison and toxins. As you see on the side, there is Magellan actually using his poison armor, as well as using one of his moves called Chloroform? Something. Chloroball? Yeah, Chloroball. Now, Chloroball is actually in One Piece Burning Blood as support technique, and as well at the bottom, you see the Hydra, which is his most used move in like everything he's ever been in. Next question is, what major problem does Magellan have? Now, every character in One Piece has specific quirk or a trait that they actually possess. Magellan, again, is no exception. Possible answers. Does Magellan have diarrhea? Does Magellan have scurvy? Does Magellan lack the ability to speak properly? Or does Magellan suffer from memory loss? You have exactly 10 seconds starting now to think about your answer and figure it out. This is a very disgusting response. Like, seriously, it's like, how do I say this? Not right. If you answered diarrhea because of my giveaway at the end, you were correct. Magellan has an unfortunate issue with diarrhea. Because of that issue, he only works for 4 hours in a day, roughly. The rest of the hours is broken between relieving himself and sleeping. If I'm not mistaken, he relieves himself 10 hours of the day, and he sleeps 8 hours of the day. So that's 18 hours of him not doing nothing. Who was the first major character to fight Magellan and fail? This is an interesting question. Interesting response too. There's a lot of different possibilities. Now please listen, who was the first major character to fight Magellan and fail? Now let me also say, on screen. This is on screen. This is not off screen. This is on screen. Possible answers: Bone Clay, Shiryu, Luffy, and Ivan. I said that out of order. You have exactly 10 seconds starting now to actually think of a response. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. All of these characters have actually fought Magellan, but only one was defeated first. On screen. Okay, time is up. If you answered Luffy, you are correct. Luffy was the first official major character to fight Magellan on screen. They fought later on with Luffy more prepared. As you see, Luffy is like toxic. Like he got destroyed, guys. He got whooped in this fight. He did manage to hit Magellan in his Jet Gatling mode, but the poison is still the poison, and he got locked up in a prison to die. Misty Bone Clay saved him later, but that's another story. Next question here is a very important one as it relates to number 7. Number 8, what former foe helped Luffy against Magellan during the second fight? If you cannot answer this, I will be very angry at you. The possible answers here are Goldino, Ivan, Akiji, or Blackbeard. You have exactly 10 seconds starting now to figure out your response. It's a pretty interesting roll of questions, a roll of answers I mean, simply because 2 of those characters will no way in hell help Luffy. Okay guys, if you answered Galdino, you are correct. Galdino, aka Mr. 2, if you guys don't know his real name, technically Mr. 3 is not his real name, it's alias, stuff like that. Mr. 3's Doru Doru fruit gave Luffy the cushion he needed to fight Magellan, even if it was for a short time. Now the Doru Doru fruit, translated into the wax fruit, is, a very interesting ability. The wax was able to kind of smooth out the poison and give Luffy the opportunity to beat the crap out of Magellan and actually show him who was the best. Now to calculate your score. Number corrected divided by number of questions equals your score. If you answer at least 6 of the 8, you might have some promise. If you did not, I guarantee you need to watch the anime all over again. If you have not, here's the bonus question for your troubles. Bonus question. What is this move? I will give you exactly, maybe, let's say 15 seconds to answer that. I guarantee you that 50% of the people who are watching this will not be able to guess what this move is called. You have 8 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here it comes. Correct answer is Venom Demon Jigoku no Shu. I'm sorry. That word. Second response, Poisonous Giant Soldier Hell's Judgment. Third, Venom Demon Judgment of Hell. Fourth, Venom Demon Hell's Judgment. And another acceptable answer would be Venom Demon. If you said at least one of those, you were correct. Congratulations, you're awesome. If you did not, it's okay. I expected this much. You weren't going to get it. Okay? But guys, I think that's pretty much it for the Magellan questions. We are done. Now, who should I do next? Don't forget to sub at TheZoneGamingGo, by the way, for more of these. Now, am I going to do Solly-chan? Am I going to do Hannibal? If you did pass Magellan, I congratulate you. It was on easy, so I was expecting everybody to pass regardless. But if you did not pass, you will definitely not pass Solly-chan and Hannibal. If you want to prove me wrong that you will pass it, go ahead and do it. Have fun. I want to see it. And other than that, guys, have a nice day. Enjoy One Piece Burning Blood. Yes, I said Burning Blood. Look at the videos, and I'll see you next time.